In this video, we're going to show how to convert a linear equation from standard form, where you have some x plus or minus some y equals some number, into slope-intercept form, which you probably are more familiar with, where it's easy to see the slope and the y-intercept. So let's show how to do that. What I'd like you to do first is take this equation, 3x minus 6y equals 12, and think about how you're going to try to solve for y, trying to isolate y, trying to get y by itself. So this is what we're trying to get by itself. We'll know that we did it right if we have y by itself in our answer. Step one, make the do side or the evaluate side of this table, which I've called the do undo table, for y, because y is what you're solving for. So when I look at this equation, what do we do to y? I see the nearest thing is a 6 in front of the y, and that means multiply by 6. And because this is being subtracted, I can think of that as multiplying by -6. So my first step for what I would do after I plug in a number for y would be to multiply that number by -6. Then we would get some answer, and then there would be another step that we would need to do. So you can see that this 3x does not have a negative sign. So that means that this is positive. That means we're going to add 3x. So the next thing we would do after we multiply by our y value by -6 is we would add 3x. Okay. So I'm just going to copy that down here, and now you'll see the do undo table. So again, the first step for what we did to y was multiply by -6, and then we add 3x. Now, step two is to make the undo side, which is the solve side. This is the side we're going to use to get y by itself by using inverse operations. So the inverse of adding 3x would be to subtract 3x. And the inverse of multiplying by -6 would be to divide by -6. So these are the steps that we will follow in order to solve for y. So again, we said solve for y. To solve for y, use this side of the table. Okay. So now, let's follow these steps. When we do inverse operations, we need to do them to both sides of the equation. So we'll start by subtracting 3x. So underneath the 3x, we'll put -3x. And then on the other side of the equal sign, -3x. 3x minus 3x is 0. -6y we didn't touch, so -6 needs to come down. Equal sign. 12 we didn't touch, so that needs to come down. And then -3x. And I wrote don't combine as a reminder, because 12 and -3x are not like terms. This has an x, this has no variable. So we can't say like 12 minus 3x is 9 or 12 minus 3x is 9x. That's wrong, because this is just 12. So it can't just combine with 3x. We'll show you what to do instead. So this step is done. We subtracted 3x from both sides, and now we need to divide both sides by -6. Divide by -6 on the left-hand side of the equal sign. Do it to both sides. Now, when I divide this whole thing by -6, I should think of that as dividing each term by -6. So that's why you see me writing it twice. Okay. Now let's simplify this. -6y divided by -6 is just Y. Nice job. We did it. We got Y by itself. And let's see what we have here. 12 divided by -6, positive divided by negative is -2. And then -3x divided by -6. Negative divided by negative is positive. And this is 3/6 multiplied by x. Let's write this in mx plus b form. So y equals mx plus b. Y equals, and m is the slope, the number that multiplies by x. So the number that multiplies by x is 3/6. So 3/6 times x. And then this is -2. So that's subtract 2. And we like looking at it this way because this tells us that our slope is 3/6, meaning since 3 is positive, we would go up on the graph 3 units, and we would go right because 6 is positive 6 units. Finally, b equals -2. So -2 is the y value. The x value for the y-intercept is 0. Okay, so we just showed you how to convert your line from standard form to slope y-intercept form. You can do it.